time for families.
According to figures from the Ministry of Justice, there were over 10,000 landlord repossessions in the run-up to Christmas 2014. Charities predict that more than 120,000 children in England will wake up homeless or in temporary accommodation on Christmas Day this year.
Steve and Ben Pinner are High Court enforcement agents. They travel around the south of England, taking control of goods to cover debts and repossessing homes.
Over the Christmas period, evicting families, especially with children, is so much more difficult. They've got the weather to deal with, the council to deal with, so for them it's stressful, and for us from being the other side, because we have to enforce it. It's, you know, it takes its toll.
It's the first morning back after New Year's Day. Today, Steve and Ben are on their way to Crystal Palace in South London with a writ to evict a young family.
Yemi, Kahindi, don't know anything about them actually. Simply as Section 21 end of tenancy.
The landlord has plans to redevelop the property and wants the tenants out. The eviction was being processed by the county court, but to speed it up, the landlord has obtained a writ from the High Court to gain possession immediately, without notice to the tenant. As the team arrive, a woman and child are leaving the house.
Oh, she might be the one we need.
She might be.
27.
What's her name?
Yemi. Yemi?
And this is Yemi. Hello there. We're High Court enforcement.
It's the family they're instructed to evict, Yemi Kanani and her 7-year-old daughter.
The landlord has gone to the High Court.
Yeah.
And the High Court has issued this today to be served. So we are going to repossess the property today.
Okay, wait, I will send my doctor.
Yeah, that's no problem. Do you want to go down to there?
Yeah,
Go, 2 minutes, we'll wait.
We'll wait.
Come back, no problem.
While she's gone, Steve and Ben enter the property to change the locks.
There's a lot of movement there.
No, it's not, is it? Let's get me a little...
A few minutes later, Yemi returns.
Got one somewhere.
No, baby,
The reality of eviction has hit hard.
No, I will give you the letter.
Honestly?
Yeah, there isn't send him any letter. The foot, and then I go to...
Just relax.
I will give you.
Just relax, calm down. Just calm down.
Yeah,
okay.
because I didn't receive any letter.
Okay.
I just the court to give you. I will give you the court.
Okay, I'm just going down. We'll come back upstairs in a second.
Yemi knew the house was due to be repossessed, but the council told her to wait for an eviction.
Okay.
So what's happened is the paperwork that you've probably got here from the county courts has been transferred to the High Court.
Yeah.
With the High Court, there's no notification.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's the route the landlord showed to take. The council...
Ben's brought the eviction notice.
You didn't give...
Yeah, you don't get it till we arrive.
You didn't give for the man, and then you have to send also us.
No. That's for the county court. We're from the High Court. There's 2 courts in the country.
Because we don't know.
Okay, calm down. This is what I'm going to explain it to you.
Yeah, we don't know nothing.
The situation now is obviously that we are here to evict you today.
2 hours, it means?
Yes.
Okay.
We give you an hour.
Hour?
Yeah. You don't need to take... Or you just need to take a bag. Medication, passports, to get what you need to get by for the next few days.
And there's a restaurant.
And then the rest...
Yeah.
You make arrangements with the landlord, who you have his number.
Yeah.
Just pack a bag, get yourself together, and we'll go from there. All comes a bit of a shock. She didn't expect us today, and luckily she was running late. Otherwise, we would have had to have changed the locks, and that's it.
Okay, come in.
The family have always paid rent on time,
Okay.
but the landlord has made his decision.
We pay him everything. We didn't miss any bill. It just happened like that.
The family have nowhere to go. Their only hope is to apply to the council for emergency accommodation.
It's one day, even give one day, even for us. It just come in and then you to park and then to leave the house. No, it's like that. Is it life like that? No. That. We don't know. We take which one is my kids. We don't know.
The flat is full of furniture and possessions. But Ben's instructed Yemi to pack just one bag of essentials.
You know, I'm shaking and then I don't know what's going. I thought I'm so stressed.
How are we doing, Yemi?
The hour is up,
You don't need to take all of it.
but Yemi still isn't ready to leave.
That's why we think, because you're gonna lock it.
Yeah, but you can come back and get the rest of your stuff once you've got somewhere.
Yemi is worried that she may not get back into the flat again. And there's something missing. Her husband.
Where's your partner?
That's why it's coming from train.
On the train?
Yeah, it's no, it's already maybe soon.
Okay.
Yemi's husband, Tez, arrives.
Hi, how you doing? Ben.
He's rushed home from work.
Should we go up and see Yemi? Yeah. You understand the situation, yeah?
We were told to leave,
Yes.
and I spoke to him,
Who?
the landlord.
Okay.
The landlord said, I want to demolish the house.
Yeah.
We had a contract, 1-year contract.
Okay.
We don't have any payment hours.
No, yeah.
I don't know why he sent you today. And I spoken to him, and he said, okay. He gave us a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's his property, we know it.
Okay.
But it is a timing.
Yeah.
We need to have another accommodation.
That's why what I've asked Yemi to do is pack a bag
Yeah.
and, you know, to get down the council. Should we go up and see her?
All right.
We need to start making a move now.
Tez is an admin assistant. But despite working full-time, he doesn't earn enough to pay full rent. The family receive housing benefit, which has made finding a new home tough.
We couldn't find another property to rent. Landlords do not accept half council payment, half top up. They want full. And now the housing price has gone up. They want someone to pay the highest. And we couldn't get a council property. That's hard at the moment. So we are out.
Ben advised Yemi to pack just the essentials and to come back to collect the rest later.
It's about 12 cases. If you've been living there 5 years, you don't want to take 5 years worth of stuff in the time frame that we're there. You want to be looking at taking just enough to last you a few days till you can get your feet back on the ground again, get yourself settled.
We do. Now what we told us to do is let's do. And then
You just need to get to the council. That's the main
now
thing.
we have to go to the council, take it down. Let's take the stuff down. Have you got the medicine for our medicine? That's important.
Yemi and Tez are finally ready. But now they have another problem.
You sure? Yeah. Sort of becomes a bit of a nightmare because you think to yourself, well, where are you going to put all of this?
Yemi has filled 13 bags. They can't take them all to the council.
You could have left it in the flat. That's what we told the lady upstairs. You could leave the stuff here, take an emergency batch for a few days, and then make arrangements to come and take the rest.
The moment you might not thinking straight.
You need to look after this because someone else will take it.
The family are now homeless. While Tez decides to stay with the bags, Yemi heads to the council in search of a bed for the night. But they're facing an uncertain future at a difficult time of year.
The average British...
A couple of weeks before Christmas. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill, Steve Pinner and his son Ben are in Chessington, Surrey, to enforce a writ of possession. The writ orders them to repossess a house on behalf of the owner. They've been warned that this job could become volatile.
If a tenant gets arsey with me, I'll just take it. I just don't react to it. Just go straight past me. I'm not interested in their opinion of me, or the job, or the writ, or the system, or anything.
Michelle Walker is evicting her ex-husband, Gavin, from their former marital home. The High Court writ means the agents have the power to evict him immediately. Ex-wife Michelle is already there, waiting.
And where Michelle is standing outside of.
She's not supposed to be there.
They can't resist it, can they?
No.
He's obviously not there, that's why. Look, she's...
Gavin Walker is a cab driver, and it looks like he may be out.
Morning.
How are we doing?
Locksmith.
Yeah.
Steve.
Aware that he could come back any minute, Paul is keen for ex-wife Michelle to stay out of sight.
Are you going to make yourself scarce just in case he comes back now? No, that's...
Michelle and Gavin bought the house together over 20 years ago. They've been separated for 12 years. And while Gavin remained in the property, Michelle moved to temporary accommodation. They've been fighting over ownership of the house ever since.
No, that's okay. I'm not getting on your case. If he comes back, there's a history that goes back a long, long way that he's been kicked out of the house, so she's now evicting him. My guess is that the bloke will turn up, he may well explode, but we'll talk him down.
We've never had slip.
The house is well known to the local locksmith.
This has gone on and on. This is the fourth time. So many people have drilled these locks. It's been ridiculous. This is the third or fourth time I've drilled up the locks here.
The divorce has now been finalised. Gavin has been ordered to leave the house by the county court. He was given 28 days to move out, but he's refused to leave. So Michelle has taken it to the High Court to get him evicted today.
He's not there.
No.
Well, young man.
Open the door. Wherever he is, he's a cab driver. He's not going to be local, is he?
Yes, I know.
He's going to be in central London.
All the activity has attracted the attention of a neighbour.
She's just being nosy. Hi there, can I help you?
About 15 minutes if you cannot be doing anything.
We're going to do anything we can, so don't worry.
Bless. Yeah, happy Christmas. Okay. Yeah, happy Christmas to you all. Where's Michelle then?
She doesn't need to be here.
Gavin Walker could arrive at any moment.
It'd be nice if we were inside looking out when he does get here, but there's nothing you can do. We've got a High Court writ. We have authority to break into the property and repossess it. There is nothing at all that he can do to stop us.
We just need to be ready for him when he does get here. Should he be upset enough to step out of line?
Is he still drilling?
We're in.
It's taken 20 minutes and the doors finally open.
Hello? take, is it?
Thank you very much. All clear, Paul?
A few minutes later, Gavin Walker arrives.
Yeah, that'll be him.
Mr. Walker?
Good morning, Mr. Walker.
We're High Court enforcement agents. We're here to repossess the property today.
And we have already gained access. And we'll show you the paperwork so that you're happy with everything.
Excuse me, do you mind not...
Stepping.
Yeah, I've got white carpets here.
Yeah, but with all due respect, sir, it's no longer your house.
What?
So you don't have to worry about that at the moment.
How long have I got to clear my stuff out?
You only need to take your emergency stuff, medication, clothing for a few days. We'll give you an hour or so. They're changing the locks.
Can I have that, please?
How long do you want to give him? An hour?
We'll give you an hour to take the stuff that you need now. If you need to collect your paperwork, we'll help you sort, your private...
I'd like more... Well, I'd like to do it myself. I'd like more time.
Oh, sorry, you can't get it. We're going to be here for an hour from now, and that's it. We'll then lock the premises. If we consider that people are likely to become very angry, we'll be looking for ways to break the ice and to lead them away from the subject in hand. Do you want a cup of tea? I'll make you a cup of tea. Will that help? A cup of tea usually helps. It'd help me. Anything like to distract them from the main issue so that we can establish a rapport with them. I know you're really stressed at the minute.
I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed at all.
Okay.
I'm just...
I know you're trying to think.
I'm thinking.
It's all right, I understand.
I don't get stressed. Stress doesn't come into my life.
Okay, a bit like me then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stress isn't worth worrying about.
No, you're right. Yeah. He's not exploding, he's not shouting his mouth off and all the rest of it, but he's just seething. Underneath, he's right on the edge. Well, by all means, speak to your solicitor.
Yeah, I've got to.
Yeah, of course you have.
This situation is untenable. It's not fair either. So there has to be a way for me to get this revoked.
Not to my knowledge.
But Gavin's not taking Paul's word for it. He calls his lawyer.
Is there anything under English common law that could totally revoke this High Court order?
The solicitor suggests there is one last chance to overturn it.
Yeah, she wants me to go down to the court office at Guildford and ask to get this set aside. Have you come across that sort of... you have? It's never worked.
If you want to do that, feel free. We won't grant anybody access to the house.
Will she get access at all, Bob?
She will, and if you let me finish, don't interrupt me. We will hold on to the keys until you've come back to me and said the court can do nothing.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Okay? When you come back later, it's going to be a flying visit. I'm not going to be here for 2 or 3 hours. Right. So clear the decks. Yeah, as fast as you can, then get your arse down to Guildford. I'll still be...
Paul's calculating that the writ will be upheld and that the eviction will go ahead. He hopes that letting Gavin go to court will ease him out of the house more smoothly.
He's okay. He's as good as gold now. You know, we reached the turning point. The best of friends. But, yeah.
The team updates ex-wife Michelle, who's waiting in a nearby service station.
He's packing his stuff up.
He has started packing, is he? Right. Sorry I have little faith. I've just had so much with this man.
We have to let him play this game.
Right, okay.
So at the end of the day, when Paul comes back, it'll be to take your stuff and then go.
Paul's taking a risk to get Gavin out peacefully. If it goes wrong, Michelle may not get her wish to be back in her former home for Christmas. It's now nearly 9 o'clock. Ex-wife Michelle has been waiting at a nearby service station all day in the hope that she can get into her former home tonight. Paul has finally got some news.
Hello, Michelle. Sorry it's taken so long. I know it's been a long day. It's been fraught for you. OK, your ex-husband went to court, as he said he was going to do. The court rejected everything, and he's gone through his ritual dance. It's all come to pass exactly as I said it would. But he's now run his course. OK?
I'm pleased because I feel like Christmas has come early.
OK, so I'll go turn the lights on.
Right.
And wait for him. He's just got to load his stuff up and go.
Right, thank you very much.
OK then.
Paul wants Gavin to be in and out in half an hour.
Hello, Gavin.
But Gavin's worried about something completely different.
Oh, it's my house. That, to me, that's abuse. That's shocking, really. Just come in, traipse in.
It's not your problem now, Gavin. Can we cut to the chase? What do you want to do now?
I've got to go to my mum's. My mum is furious with my ex-wife.
Yeah.
OK? My mum's got dinner for me.
Yeah.
Paul, please.
The reason, I suppose, for defendants finding it very difficult to understand that this is D-Day and there is no going back is because it's life as they've known it for years. OK, really critical this is, for your benefit, not for mine.
Go on.
What's here that you don't want your wife to get at?
I've got files in there that are for me, not for her. We haven't got time now because you've got to go back to Ashford.
I'm not concerned about me going back to Ashford. I'm just concerned that I'm going to have to give the keys to your wife tonight. So we need to get out of here what you need to get out.
Paul, I haven't got enough time, Paul.
I can't not give her the keys back tonight.
Gavin's still not willing to give in easily and tries once more to delay his eviction.
That's fine. If you want to meet me here tomorrow...
But she's going to have the key.
You don't realise what you're dealing with.
I do realise
This woman is mentally ill and she is out to absolutely put me in the grave.
OK, well, get the files now. I'll help you carry them down and we'll get them in your cab and away.
I can't believe you let them in the house with their boots on.
I'm sorry. Gavin, it's not your house. It's her problem.
It's my house.
Look, Gavin, I'm here. If you want half an hour, I'll help you carry the stuff out, but it's got to end tonight. Temper shortly, and then he might kick off. I'm not going to be messed about.
2 hours later, and Gavin still shows no signs of leaving the house.
I need to be away.
I'll be ready in about another 30 minutes.
No, I want to go now. I'm going to lock the property. You're going to have to go.
Paul's now worked an 18-hour day.
Okay, just put it down. I need to be away now. Gavin, I'm sorry. Gotta go.
But he still helps Gavin load his documents into the taxi.
I need pants and stuff. And the tracksuit gear and all that.
Gavin, I'm going in 5 minutes. That's it. There's a lesson to be learned in this. People will always take kindness as weakness. So we helped him out this afternoon, and now he thinks we're a walkover. Gavin, come on.
Paul heads off to look for Michelle. After 12 long years of fighting, she's finally got possession of her home.
I don't think you should stay here tonight, personally. I think you're going to be just stressing yourself out.
No, I'm all right.
You sure?
I've got like a DVD, and I'm going to light the fire. I've got some wood sorted out and a glass of wine, and I'm going to chill.
She'd been excluded from her house for 12 years. And he'd done absolutely everything in his power to mess her about with the court situations. And we had him evicted when he was least expecting it.
Christmas is a make or break time for retailers, with some making as much as 1/5 of their annual profit in December alone. But with business costs rising year on year, many shopkeepers run into trouble just before the Christmas...
Waterlooville, Hampshire, to visit an off-licence. They're here to collect a debt for a landlord who is owed nearly £6,000 in rent. The rent was due 10 weeks ago, and a further payment is due in a couple of weeks' time, on Christmas Day. If the rent isn't paid today, Paul has the right to seize goods to cover the debt.
Leaving.
Hello, sir. Are you the boss here?
I'm working here.
You're working here?
Yeah.
Is the boss available, please?
No, now.
We're here to collect the rent or take everything away.
Rent?
Yeah.
So it's here.
Month for the rent. Do you know it? You don't mind?
The amount that's outstanding is £5,219.76p,
All right.
which was due on the 29th of September.
Okay, don't worry. Where do you come from? For the bailiff or
I'm the bailiff, yes.
do you come from?
Kareem, the shop manager, calls the owner.
Yeah, doctor.
Hello. I'm a certificated bailiff. I've come to collect the rent. It's £5,926.
Can you give us some time, please?
Well, how long do you want? Half an hour? And are you going to pay the whole amount now?
In 1 week time.
Can you pay half of it now and half in a week?
I'm sorry, you can't do just like that. It's very difficult. Please, can you give us 1 week time, please?
Well, no. Well, I'm sorry. If there's no payment received today, we will have to start taking the contents of the shop away.
We have the second letter.
The rent was due on the 29th of September. On Christmas Day, the next rent falls due.
Paul needs a large payment today to keep the business open. The owner makes her first offer.
If you pay us 1,000 today.
No, I want 3,000 today.
Within a short time, how can we do? Give us some time, please.
Pay £2,000 today, and I'll come back tomorrow for the rest.
But the owner is sticking to the offer of £1,000 and wants Kareem to use the money in the till towards the debt.
I'm paying for the £400 here, and she's going to pay for the £600 today, and tomorrow £1,000, and are they more for the next week?
No, I want not less today than £2,000.
You come to the nearly 4 o'clock now,
No, but the rent was due on the 29th of September.
Yeah, I know, but you go to 4 o'clock. Until now, I can't ask for the money until now. But
it must be possible for you to get more money than £400 together.
I told you my situation. If you won't, you don't believe that. Just think about it.
It's time to apply some pressure.
You need to make some phone calls to see if you can get £2,000 together.
£400, I can pay just for the £400 or maximum. I haven't got my pocket how much I got it. £500 I'm going to pay now. I'm paying this on the spot.
He just thinks he can fob us off with an excuse. So we'll just start ratcheting the situation up in a minute or two. You look through the back, Steve.
I think it's probably just a toilet.
Is it?
Oh no, lots of stock.
The only alternative is that we take everything away. The technique is that you've got to impress upon the tenant that if they don't make payment, that they're likely to lose their business.
When you take all the codes, we are going to close the shop. I can't pay the rent in the future.
We need to impress that upon them, to hypothetically squeeze them gently so that they understand that there is pressure upon them and they need to make a settlement. Listen.
Yeah.
I want you to make a determined effort to get...
I know. I believe you.
Otherwise, there is an alternative.
Yeah,
we will lock the shop.
Yeah, I know.
And then that'll be the end of it.
I know. It is your job.
Paul stands firm, but so does Kareem.
You can accept, you can take the money. Or you don't accept, you take the course. No choice with me. After you, choice with you. Because you are boss now. Before I am boss, you are boss now. I know it. Yeah. Because choice yours. If you want it, you can take the course. Or take the money. After you.
The team now have a dilemma. Face the expense of emptying the shop or accept Kareem's offer. Paul comes up with a compromise solution. £550 in cash and £500 on a card.
550 on there.
550, yeah?
Yeah.
The balance has got to be paid.
Tomorrow, £1,000.
Will you please not interrupt me?
You don't want tomorrow?
£1,000 tomorrow.
Yes.
The balance within 7 days.
Definitely.
Is that okay? Right, banking details, Ben.
Right, sort codes. Ready? Not authorised then. Should we double check the card number again?
4 authorised.
But just when they thought they had a deal...
Okay.
Sale not authorised, Barclay card.
The cards declined.
Not authorised. Been declined.
It has actually been declined. Okay, so what would you like us to do?
Paul now has to accept what he can get and hope they can sort it out tomorrow.
6 o'clock at night, we can't get removal people out. We've got no option but to wing it.
Ben tries to work out another solution.
The only other option is if they pay the $1,500 tomorrow, because they was going to pay another $1,000 tomorrow bank transfer.
The landlord agrees.
She has until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to pay $1,500 into the bank by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
£500 before 10 o'clock, definitely. £1,000 before 4 o'clock.
It's taken over 2 hours, but it's not what they wanted.
We've come away with £550 in cash. That's the best we can do.
Kareem and the owner have till tomorrow to pay £1,500. So Paul leaves them with an ultimatum.
Don't let me down, or I'll be back and close it down.
Good luck. Thank you.
Writ of possession.
Is there anybody in?
The writ entitles them to evict whoever is in the house. The tenant named is Karen Ballinger, but the team don't know much else.
And now the post is still in the letterbox.
Although a dog is barking, nobody comes to the door.
There is a little chihuahua in there.
There doesn't seem to be anyone at home. So the team start to drill out the locks.
Hi.
Specifically?
No, she leased it, but I'm the one who's lived here.
You pay her then, I take it?
No,
That's
they
the
were
agent,
for me because I suffer from depression and stuff. They kind of and I was sort of stopping backwards and forwards with family.
Okay. What's your name?
Terry.
Terry.
The tenant, Karen Ballinger, is actually Terry's sister.
So in practical terms, it means that you've got to leave today. So we would normally give you an hour to get your personal belongings together, and then you can make an arrangement with the agent who is with us to come back and pick up the rest of your stuff when you've made alternative arrangements. Have you got family in that round here?
I have family, but I don't talk to them. I feel out of them completely.
What are you going to do then?
I don't know.
You need to get down to council.
Huh?
You have to get down to council.
No, I can't with the dog. I'm just going to get a cigarette.
Yeah, certainly, that's okay.
Christmas is a time many families come together, but not today. Terry seems to have no one to call and nowhere to go.
What we're concerned with is that we get you rolling in these circumstances.
Obviously, with it being so close to Christmas, it is essential that obviously we get you to the council as soon as we can.
So far as...
There's a good boy.
Paul's concerned that Terry is a potentially vulnerable tenant.
What is your actual condition?
Well, I suffer from depression, anxiety, and kind of like agoraphobia type thing.
Right.
So it's like crowds and and the ice.
The agents are worried that Terry could face real difficulties if they don't intervene. Ben rings the council.
I'm just concerned about his mental health. No, I need to speak to someone quite urgently, to be honest. Terry?
Yeah?
Do you have any other social worker's number? Sometimes it helps to speak with people who know the person and who just seems to be getting voicemail. I need just one of your social workers, that will probably help.
Ben finally gets through to the council's mental health team.
When you're faced with someone who has mental health issues, we tread very carefully because we don't want to do anything that's going to antagonise the situation or affect their health. I want to know if there's any flags where he's of danger to himself or others. Right, that's my main concern.
Who is he?
Now they've informed Terry's caseworker he's being evicted, the team hope he has more chance of gaining emergency housing tonight. but there's no guarantee.
You know, I've got sympathy with you. Christmas is coming, you've been evicted, and nobody appears at this moment to be trying to help you. I mean, there might be a happy ending to the story.
I'd like to die very much.
What I'd like to do is to bounce in between the council and the welfare people, because he's got nowhere to go. We're going to take you down the council. They're going to do something between them and the mental welfare people. Have you got a bag with your kit in?
No, but I'm just thinking about what I need to get for the dog and stuff.
Yes.
Dog food and...
If there are dogs in the property, to me, it doesn't register any differently to children. We've got to make provision for the dogs. The dogs are of the innocents abroad, and they don't deserve to be just turned out in the back garden and left to get cold or wet.
Okay.
If you get stuck with a dog, ring me, because if I had to, and I wouldn't say this to anybody, I'll come and pick him up and I'll look after him. Because I've got a little dog. You know, in the short term, what I'm trying to say is I don't want you to have any more stress because of the little fella.
Terry's packed and ready to go. Paul has agreed to drive him and Coco to the council.
I like dogs because they don't shout at you.
It looks like it's going to be a cold December night. And with nowhere to stay, Terry is officially homeless.
All right, you take care. Cheerio, Coco.
There you go, little chap.
If the council don't find him emergency accommodation, Terry and Coco could end up on the streets tonight.
The bloke's obviously needing a bit of a leg up. The fact that on his way through, he's alienated his family, his neighbours, his friends, so the only person he's left with is the dog.
Can't.
You think you can tear my phone? List everything, I'm going to take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
Get your hands off of me.
They'll take it away. Over the last 6 years, there's been a huge increase in cash flow difficulties faced by UK businesses. 100,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales last year. Delroy Anglin and his son Dale are High Court enforcement agents.
This will actually take a session then?
Yeah.
What do I know?
I don't know. What do you know?
They travel hundreds of miles each week, collecting debts and seizing goods.
Okay, Dale, what have we got?
We've got a company called Creative Printer. Couldn't find anything online about them. Found a website, but we can't find anything to confirm an address.
Today, they're on their way to a printing company in East London to collect a debt of nearly £2,000 owed to a dissatisfied customer.
Yeah, look, Creative Printer
house.
If the owner of the company, Mohammed Rahman, can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to seize company assets to offset the debt.
Hello, looking for a Creative Printer? Hello, buddy. High Court enforcement agent. Just need to speak to the boss. Is he here? Cheers, mate. Yeah, fine. See you, mate. See you. Hello, you the boss?
Yeah.
How you doing? My name's Dale Anglin, I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Okay.
I've got a High Court writ against the Creative Printer. I'm here for the sum of £1,971 and 7 pence.
Okay.
Are you able to make that payment, sir?
We are talking about this one with a court.
What, are you disputing it?
Yeah.
Even though Mr. Rahman is disputing the case, the agents are duty-bound to enforce the writ here today.
What's the dispute about then?
She printed a business card. Yeah, she printed a business card.
Yeah, this is
what we printed.
Yeah.
As per the color, but she wanted this one, and we said, hang on, If you give us yellow color, you will get yellow color. If you give us like this color, you will get it like this color. You know what I mean? Then she took us to the court.
In spite of his argument with the claimant, Dell needs Mr. Rahman to understand that he must settle his debt today.
What happens is the money, when you pay it to us, stays with us, right? Whilst you do this, and you go to court, and the judge is the referee. If the judge decides that you're in the right, you will get the money back. If the judge decides that she's in the right, you will lose the money.
But Mr. Rahman isn't interested.
I dispute not to pay this.
It's a small amount in relation to what you do, right? The easiest way would be to pay this amount.
I can't pay that.
You can't or won't?
I can't pay that straightforward because we are in a process with disputing this one.
Dell tries again to get Mr. Rahman to settle the debt.
We don't get involved in disputes. We carry out the court's instructions. If you would rather this disruption, it doesn't make sense to me, but if you don't want to pay it, we have to remove goods.
Nothing is creative printers.
You'd have to prove that to me.
What do you want me to prove?
I'd have to see the proof for everything, who owns everything in here.
Yeah, it's Creative Distribution UK Limited.
After refusing to pay, Mr. Rahman claims that none of the assets in the factory are owned by Creative Printer, the company named on the writ, but by Creative Distribution Limited. But Dale is suspicious.
What do they do?
Who?
Creative Distribution UK Limited.
Creative Distribution is the printing company, and creativeprinter.co.uk is a website who sells stuff.
You advertise your company as Creative Printer. Everywhere outside it says Creative Printer. It's the same thing.
No.
I'm telling you, you can battle it out in court when I remove goods from here. I'm not going to battle it out in court.
Nothing is owned by Creative Printer.
The agents need to see hard evidence that Mr. Rahman is telling the truth and that there are two separate companies.
You need to produce every piece of paper, whatever it is you want to do, to go and do.
No, says server. I will show the server belongs to.
Well, I'm not going to go through every. What about this one? What about this one? What about this one?
We're just
because I need to see it for everything in here. Whose is the server? Yeah, I need to see it. I need to see the proof.
Show me the receipt.
Yeah, for everything, please.
People often try to put you off the scent when dealing with a business. We have to be dogged. We have to be diligent. We have to sort of dig in there. The change of names, a different company being set up. Part of our job is to investigate and have a look and see if you do have assets.
I'm not going to sit here all day and wait for your receipts. This is one item. How much items do you think we're going to take for this bill? And I'm not going to sit here all day and wait for it.
The agents have now been at the factory for an hour and a half. And so far, Mr. Rahman has only provided one receipt for the assets on site.
Yes.
Computer receipt, I can't show.
You can't show me?
I can get it from the accountant office saying that all this property belongs to you.
I don't want a letter from the accountant. I want a receipt.
Yeah.
No worries, we need to shut these down, guys. We need to start unplugging all the computers. I've been here a long time and we've got nowhere.
Dale decides to turn up the pressure.
I'm closing them.
No, fine.
I'm closing them. But we're removing goods from this, so please don't do that.
I'm saying no.
I'm telling you we're taking stuff.
No.
We are.
No.
We're removing goods from here.
We're going to have a problem.
No, I'm saying you cannot take it.
I'm telling you we are taking it.
Mr. Rahman decides to take action.
You are playing with me.
No, we are taking it. No, you're playing. You're
playing.
playing.
You're asking
You've not
me to
supplied
show,
anything.
and now you are just taking it. That's not
because you haven't supplied anything.
Get your hands off me.
This premises belongs to...
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off of me.
You hold me.
No, I ain't listening. I've had enough of
We've been here for hours listening.
If you are breaking it, it's going to be trouble.
I've asked you to move, right? Yeah, get it on video camera. Move.
Resisting the agents carrying out their duties is a criminal offence.
Why are you stopping us?
You are not giving me a chance to take...
We've given you a chance. We've been here for hours. You're not listening.
No.
Let the police come and we just empty it. I've had enough of all this. All you've done is caused botheration and problems.
Please.
With tempers rising, Dale calls for police backup.
As a High Court enforcement agent, I'm carrying out a High Court writ at premises. We've started removing goods, but they're obviously obstructing us and trying to grab us to stop us taking anything.
I've seized it.
Yeah,
right?
You can seize it.
I can.
Company.
I am taking it.
You cannot seize any other company.
I can. You are resisting us, right?
You are holding my stuff.
It's not your stuff. We are taking it.
No, you cannot take it.
Move from there.
No.
With Mr. Rahman refusing to back down, Dale and Dell are in a potentially threatening situation. Will they be able to keep things under control until the police arrive? High Court enforcement agents Dell and Dale Anglin were in Canning Town, East London, to collect a debt of nearly £2,000 owed by a printing company to a dissatisfied customer.
I can't pay that.
You can't or won't?
Company director, Mr. Rahman, claimed all the assets were owned by another business, Creative Distribution.
Nothing is owned by Creative Printer.
He refused to pay and tried to stop the agents when they tried to seize goods.
Why are you stopping us?
You're not giving me a chance to take...
We've given you a chance. We've been here for hours. You're not listening.
No.
So they called for police backup.
Please.
Now the agents must try and calm the situation down and continue to seize goods to offset the £2,000 debt. But Mr. Rahman is still obstructing the agents.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
What are you doing?
Why are you doing that?
If you're doing like
Why
this-
are you doing that? I was standing there, he pushed me.
What are you
Yeah?
doing?
No.
Gonna jump in, are you?
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I'm getting you off me. Let go of me. Let go of me. Please. Thank you. Please stop grabbing me.
Look, behave.
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
What are you doing?
He doesn't want him to take the computer.
Well, we have to take it because he doesn't want to pay it, does he?
Why are you doing
so
that?
it's not our problem.
Mr. Rahman is still claiming the assets on site belong to a different company, Creative Distribution, and not Creative Printer, named on the writ.
Why are you grabbing
It
me?
says Creative Distribution. Okay, look at that. It says
Please.
Creative Distribution.
Okay, it's a nice sticker.
Thank you
Have you
very
got the
much.
receipts
Thank
for
you
the
very
stuff in here? Please.
Why can't he behave?
No, you need to be.
Manhandling who? For what reason? Why would you
It's
manhandle
my
me?
premises. I can stand here.
Stand there. Stand there. Crack
Stand
on.
there then.
Okay.
You're welcome to stand there.
Okay. It's my premises.
Don't be pushing on us. Stand. If you're going to stand there, stand there.
Please. Doesn't make any sense what you're doing.
That's it.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's a stalemate. But then the police arrive.
It's to do with a breach of peace upstairs. When we started seizing items to remove, obviously, there was a big obstruction. There's obviously grabbing us and trying to drag us away from the computers and stuff.
It is a problem with another company, nothing to do with this company. The company they came in for, that's just a website.
From the minute I got here, I said to you, I need the receipts. That's what I said to you from the minute I've got here. And you've shown me one.
They cannot take someone else's stuff.
No, but you have to prove to me whose stuff it is.
They have a legal right to obtain properties from here,
Okay.
whether you agree with it or not. And they need to do their job, don't they? Any disputes that
what-
you have needs to go to court, Mr. Rahman.
Mr. Rahman is still adamant he won't pay. He now decides to film the police with his mobile phone.
And you guys are not doing anything, even though we call you, it's a trespass, as well as they're taking wrong company's stuff.
Rahman, you're not listening, are you?
Dell's patience is being stretched to the limit.
He's threatened a breach of the peace. We are going to remove. And if he obstructs me again, you'll have to arrest him. That's all he's been doing all day.
So you're going to remove another company's property?
I'm going to remove that. You haven't satisfied me as to who owns that. So I will. Don't start again. Don't
Look at
start
that.
again.
Look, Mr. Officer. Look at that. Mr. Stamp. Look at that.
They're going to take you away. They're going to take you away, mate.
So they are taking another company. Even look.
Mr. Rahman, come here, please.
Let's just give you a friendly word of warning.
If your behaviour continues, persist to prevent them doing their job, then we're going to be forced to have no choice but to arrest you for breach of peace. And believe me, we don't want to do that.
I will not pay a single penny, which is unfair.
Okay, well, that's your choice.
We've gone through this with him. It's not unfair because he has the option to get the money back. Pay it, right? And we leave, and you go to the judge with your argument, and you have your argument. No, you said too much. Are you going to pay it or not?
Come and talk then. Let me talk to you.
Suddenly, Mr. Rahman wants to talk to Dale in private.
I can't do anything until this is paid. A debit card. You can try. I don't know if you want to make some calls, see if anyone can help you pay this amount. But I don't, like I said.
I did not even pay anyone's wages.
The truth about Mr. Rahman's situation finally emerges.
We've been struggling last few months, and there is no money. I can show you the bank account if you don't trust.
The agents have been at the factory for 4.5 hours.
Some solution.
There's nothing we have to remove. We have to. There's no money, so we have to. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, just wait another few moments. I just made a couple of calls.
Yeah, cool.
Finally, Mr. Rahman is starting to raise some money.
You've got what, sir?
Another 300.
So you're at how much? 800 now?
He offers the agents £885, nearly half of the money owed.
How are you paying the 885? Card? How much on this one?
385.
7.
But it's not him, it's his employees who are having to stump up the cash.
And the other one, 500 on the other one.
All of this is unnecessary and could have been avoided. But in my experience, the lesser amounts that we have to collect cause the most aggravation. They would lose more money by not working a day, the company that is, than if you paid this, go to court and put your case in front of the judge.
The agents decide to give Mr. Rahman 48 hours to raise the rest of the money he owes.
So you need to call. That's what needs to be paid. 2 days. Mohammed, I'm going. See you later.
5 hours after they first arrived, the case is resolved for now. But if Mr. Rahman doesn't pay the £1,100 still owed within 2 days, the agents will be back. There are nearly 5 million self-employed people in the UK. However, they earn on average 40% less than company employees. Research has shown that the self-employed had an average debt of nearly 20 times their income. Enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Freckleton, North Lancashire, to collect a debt of just over £785 owed by a barber's shop in unpaid rent.
I think it's going to be a dead giveaway when we walk in that we don't need a haircut today.
If the owner, Lindsay DeSanti, can't or won't pay, the agents can seize goods to cover the debt today.
Do you think it's the one called the Village Barbers?
It is indeed.
Oh, someone's in, having a cut. They're going to get
interrupted.
It's a nice little village, though. Hello there, you okay? Yeah. We've been sent in by the landlords.
By the landlord?
Yeah, with regards to outstanding rent.
Oh, no. Not having this.
Well, that is what it is, I'm afraid.
Where from? Show me the proof of outstanding rent.
Well, the landlord's instructed us to collect that amount.
Well, you get that knobhead on the phone.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take
I want
control
the
of goods.
proof of this outstanding rent then.
Well, have you paid it?
What, my rent? Yes, it's paid every single week.
Lindsay insists she's fully up to date with her rent payments, but the documents say otherwise.
So we're here now to collect a balance.
Well, you've not given me any notice. For what? You've not given me any notice.
Oh, that's right,
coming
done
here.
here.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
It has done, or else we wouldn't be here. I can understand it's a little bit stressful, okay? I completely understand. I do. But you can see it from our point of view. We've been instructed by the landlord to collect an outstanding balance.
Are you going to make payment? We'll be on our way, you see.
I'm not dealing with you, right? I want to know where the proof is that I've not paid that.
Lindsay calls her dad for help.
Dad, I need you at my shop ASAP. I've got bailiffs here saying I've not paid my rent. I need you here ASAP. I've got customers in. Yeah, it's me. I need the proof. We need the proof, Dad.
I'm Lindsay's dad. Now, what's the problem?
We've been sent in by the landlord with regards to outstanding rent.
He's not the landlord. He's not the landlord.
Right, well, who is he then?
She does pay rent by the
Yeah, so he's been sent in by himself. So for some reason the rent hasn't been paid, or there's been a miscommunication somewhere. We're here to collect an
I'll be there in about 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. Can you hang on for me?
Yeah, okay, no problem at all, sir. We'll see you shortly.
Get him out of the shop!
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You might want to charge your phone, it's on 1%.
The thing with smaller communities is it's the embarrassment factor. When you walk into a little business and you've got 2 high court enforcement agents there, you know within 5 minutes the whole village is going to know about it. So have you got proof that you paid for the last 3 months?
No,
If you pay weekly?
Yes, they read every week.
What's your rent a week?
100.
100 a week?
Yeah.
Lindsay still insists that she is up to date with her rent. Stuart needs to get to the heart of the matter.
Hi Andy, it's Stu, mate, you alright? Yeah, you know what I mean, it's just like, she said, look, I'm paying it every week.
They've not got any proof to say that I haven't paid it.
And how long have you been here then?
How long have I been here?
Yeah, in the shop.
5 years.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying I've missed 11 weeks?
£600 plus fees.
Fees?
Yeah, to collect this money. You cut hair for free.
Stuart comes back with news from the office.
Right, we've had a statement sent through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 weeks that hasn't been paid. That's why it's 600 quid. But then obviously there's costs on top of that, sadly. You must know, if you haven't been paying your rent, that this was going to happen.
I do feel sometimes sorry for defendants, you know, especially if it's their livelihood and their business, and you can see they've been working hard at it. But on the other side of the coin, if you're not paying your rent, you don't leave the landlord stroke claimant any choice in this matter, so we will come knocking on your door.
The agents have been in the shop for a quarter of an hour. So far, Lindsay hasn't made any offer of payment. The agents decide to turn up the pressure.
Everything in the shop belongs to you? Leather couches, everything?
Yeah. Well, you just ran up that shop taking it, are you?
Well, if I don't get payment,
Is there anything in the back here, Vic?
No, not really.
You're not removing anything.
Well-
I've got all in my arse.
Right.
It's fine, we don't have to remove anything as long as they are full balance being paid.
Lindsay's father arrives.
You alright?
Hello there.
Right.
Mr. Jackson.
That's me?
Yes.
Right. So, what we're saying...
There's 6 weeks of rent that hasn't been paid, and the one from last week, which has obviously been up to date now. Okay.
Last week's gone.
Right.
So that's the total amount. So the total amount is
£1,104.
£1,104 in total.
Because of additional fees, the amount of money Lindsay now owes has increased by over £300.
The trouble is, going back a lot of years, there's history between the landlord's agent and Lindsay. He's a vindictive he's a vindictive, well, he is as well, but he's a vindictive gentleman. And he's been looking for something like this to hit Lindsay since they took over. Lindsay used to rent a flat from him. She had 2 little children at the time. The idiots of the village started lighting fires at the bottom of the stairs. So Lindsay moved out. She couldn't get 3 months' notice with people lighting fires at the bottom. He took Lindsay to court and he won.
So it cost us a fortune then?
Yeah. This is an ideal opportunity for him to try and put another nail in her coffin.
Oh, yeah.
Despite the long-running dispute with her landlord's agent, the debt must be settled today, one way or another.
I'm not happy about paying it all.
Just calm
I'm not
down.
happy paying it all, no.
Just calm down, Lindsay. Now, how do you want me to pay you?
It needs to be the cash
Or debit.
or debit card.
I can get to the building society,
Yeah.
but it can take me 3/4 of an hour.
What time is it now?
If you want to make an appointment to come back later, that's fine by me.
We won't be leaving here until the money's collected.
Right, meeting with the owners, and we'll sort it
I'm
out.
not meeting with Sam Rigby, I'm not going to meet with that no.
Right, okay, look.
You'll sort it out, yeah, no problem.
Lindsay, just sit down, calm down, leave your clothes sign on for now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
See you later.
The agents have given Lindsay's father a 45-minute deadline to get the money. All they can do now is wait.
I suppose people talk and things like that, don't they?
It's a village life.
Yeah. I live in a village myself and it's can't do anything.
Far enough in
Yeah. How's business been going anyway? Has it been alright? No. She obviously is struggling at the moment. It's clear from that, by the way she's acting. If there is bad blood, between the lettings agent and don't give them any excuses.
Shortly before the deadline, Lindsay's dad returns.
It is £1,104, sir, and we'll do you a receipt for the cash.
There's 1,000 there.
He pays the debt off in full.
Sorted. Right.
Okay.
Here's your receipt, sir. All right.
Okay.
See you later.
Thank you. No worries, mate.
The agents have got the result they needed. But for Lindsay and her father, the dispute is far from over.
There's two sides to every story. Lindsay's at fault by missing a rent payment, but the thing is, why have they not communicated with me? I am joint tenant with Lindsay on this property.
His shop is literally half a mile down the road. In the village, yes.
And the village...
He drives past every day. Surely, if there was a problem...
Call in, don't you?
No phone call, nothing at all.
She was obviously very shocked when we first walked in, saying that she always pays, it's always up to date. And then when we showed her the statements, she kind of changed her tune a little bit, so she knew she was pulling the wool over our eyes. Or trying to even, yeah. But at the end of the day, father comes to the rescue.
Stuart and Vic have got a result in a difficult situation. But in Brian and Dell's next case...
Do you appreciate how distressing this is for us?
They meet a debtor whose case must be handled with great care.
Making me ill! Stress triggers off my illness!
According to a government report, bereaved families in the UK are finding it harder to pay for a funeral for their loved ones. 45% of Britons have made no provision for their funeral after they pass away, with typical costs ranging from £3,000 to £7,000. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Bedfordshire, chasing a debt of nearly £2,000 owed to a funeral director.
Del, what we got next, matey?
We're going to see Miss Karen Hilborn-Game in Norton Keynes. She owes £1,751.53.
The debtor, Karen Hilborn-Game, originally owed just over £800 after failing to pay the full cost of her mother's funeral. But legal and High Court fees have now more than doubled that amount. The sensitive nature of the debt means the agents will need to handle this case with care.
Hello. How are you? My name's Brian. I'm from the High Court. I'm looking for Karen Hilborn-Game. Please. Is she here?
Yeah.
Okay, can I speak to her, please? Hello.
Hi.
How are you? I've got a High Court writ made against you for monies outstanding.
Oh, you mean the for her mother's funeral? Well, we've actually contacted him several times.
Right.
Offered him money.
Okay.
He's refused it every time. I've got an appointment.
Well, you need to deal with this. High Court can't wait for your appointment to deal with it.
I'm quite disabled at the moment.
Okay, what's your
Don't look it.
What's your disability?
I'm going for treatment to help me with my... She has fibromyalgia.
So how can we get it resolved?
I've been trying to resolve it because I deal with her finances.
Okay.
She's my wife.
Okay.
I'm her carer. Her mother died after we cared for her.
Sorry to hear that.
Through terminal cancer.
Okay.
We paid all of her funeral up front because she was dying of cancer, we knew that.
Okay.
He then charged us an extra £450 to view her dead body in the morgue.
I appreciate the circumstances. Yeah, it's clearly difficult. Yeah, and we understand that. The problem we've got, we have to work upon the High Court writ.
I told him we are more than happy to pay him £20 a month. He didn't want that.
He doesn't have to accept that.
No, I know he doesn't, but I can't afford to give him any more. I'm her carer. She's disabled, unfortunately can't work.
Okay, I understand she's disabled, right?
Yeah, but so why
I understand
are
that.
you here?
Well, that's my job.
Well,
I'm
what
here.
is it you want?
You need to. Well, it needs to be paid.
Well, we don't have any money.
We don't get a lot of High Court writs where the debts are regarding the funeral. It can make your job difficult because that grieving process can go on for some considerable length of time. It's emotionally charged before you get there. You need to deal with the debt. They need to face up to the fact they need to deal with the debt. And that can take some time in getting their head round to it.
Del and Brian now have to work with the couple to get the matter resolved.
Do you appreciate how distressing this is for us?
Look, this situation wasn't incurred by us, okay? Now, at the end of the day, the gentleman who you have your dispute with has a business to run, okay? Right?
Yeah,
so therefore...
Karen, I'm
So-
going to get this. Should it cost $4,000 to bury a fucking human being?
All right? Now, he has a business to run, just like anyone else trying to earn a living. Now, I don't know what the dispute is, but I've heard your side. There are two sides to everything.
Karen, I want to get this sorted so you can get your treatment. I'm not going now. We're paying what we can.
Which is what?
It's already been agreed, £5.
No, it hasn't been agreed, otherwise we wouldn't be here. He hasn't agreed that at all.
It's because my mother died of cancer. We were caring for her for 2 years. And it was a very devastating time, and I lost my job because I was so ill. This is why you are here. And how disgusting this country is now that you harass disabled people.
Your argument is not with us.
I don't want to speak to you anymore.
Fine, don't.
You people are so disgusting.
Why?
Why don't you get a real job?
Well, we're doing our job.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get a proper job where you can
We're doing our job.
rather than actually harassing people.
Well, are we shouting at you?
Debtors will use a high amount of emotion to deflect from having to pay a debt or to even acknowledge the debt. They're in that emotional cycle, they don't want to accept it, or they're not in a position to deal with it. Unfortunately, it doesn't change the fact that they owe the money. The bottom line is you've incurred a debt.
Bullies to try and intimidate
Not at all.
a disabled woman.
Not at all.
For money.
Do you know what it's
she
about?
couldn't afford to pay
Then
because
why
her
did
mother
you-
fucking died with no money, and I had to pay £3,000 for a funeral. I haven't got £3,000. You're making me ill.
I'm not making you
Stress triggers off my illness,
Why
and
am I
now I'm
here?
probably not going to be able to walk for 3
Why?
days because of you
Okay.
people.
Why are we here?
You don't
What
understand.
happened?
Go and fucking research fibromyalgia.
No, I don't.
And
I'm
you'll
tr-
find out that actually stress causes such trauma.
Brian and Del now have a dilemma. They're duty-bound to execute the writ. But with no offer of payment looking likely, they must start to look for assets they can seize, despite the sensitivity of the situation.
I just made some inquiries. She said there's a driver vehicle around the back here, a black and white vehicle. Just want to make some inquiries with it.
The agents have found Karen's car. Brian calls for a vehicle check.
I need to do HPI check on a vehicle.
If the car is free of finance, its value would more than cover the nearly £2,000 debt. But as Karen is disabled, they need to check whether this is the right course of action.
We'd have to look at all the circumstances before making that type of decision, particularly if it's their only means of getting to and from hospital or other medical facilities. So it's not an easy one, but their attitude don't make things easy to resolve. So.
Minutes later, Brian hears back about the vehicle check.
Yeah, it's coming up as a mobility vehicle. Okay, no, that's fine. But so there's obviously a disability issue here. She's getting carer's allowance. She's got a mobility vehicle. She has vulnerability issues, in my view. She didn't seem vulnerable when she's standing there screaming and shouting. But, you know, we have to take into consideration what they're telling us.
With no offer of payment and no goods to seize, the agents have no choice but to walk away empty-handed for now. They leave a copy of the writ for Karen. If she doesn't pay within a month, the agents will be back. It's been a stressful case for everyone concerned.
There was that emotional cycle that we couldn't get through. We couldn't communicate. It was very, very hard. It's a difficult situation. We understand that. We're stereotyped as individuals who are, difficult, but we're not.
I feel like there are so many disabled people in this country at the moment that aren't getting the support they need. And to top it all off, if somebody suddenly lost their job, how are they going to be able to afford to pay ridiculous amounts of money? I'm sorry, but I want to go back to court. I'm going to get a legal subpoena and I'm going to try and find a way to fight this, all of this. And when they see our incomings and outcomings, they will know that we can't actually afford to pay more than what we suggested in the first place.
Nearly 60% of UK businesses face some sort of debt, and 99% of these are small or medium-sized enterprises. More than 1 in 3 small business owners draws less than £100 income each month, leaving them with a constant struggle to stay on top of their finances. 8:30 a.m, Sleaford, Lincolnshire. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are chasing a debt of nearly £5,000 owed by the owner of a computer repair business.
And we're going to visit Mr. Philip Brace.
Mr. Brace?
This morning. And Mr. Brace needs to pay us £4,747.58.
The debt is for unpaid rent. Mr. Brace's landlord has escalated the case to the High Court to get his money back quickly.
You've done that before, haven't you? 18. 16.
It opens at 9 o'clock.
Alright, someone's coming, mate.
Hello there, sir, you okay? We're after Mr. Brace.
That's me.
Mr. Brace, my name's Mr. McCracken, this is my colleague Mr. Victor. We're High Court enforcement agents from Direct Collection Bailiffs Limited. We've got a High Court writ, sir, to execute to the value of £4,747. And
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, are you able to make payment, sir?
At the moment, no, I'm not.
Alright, okay, because we are instructed to remove goods, sir, unless payment can be made.
What's the debt about?
Well, it's unpaid rent.
Rent. For this property?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but basically, I've been having problems with the landlord anyway in here because he was supposed to have come in and sorted out some damp and sorts of rubbish for this place.
Right.
He's never turned up, so I've basically sort of stopped paying the rent, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff in here, obviously being electrical stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That will get damaged with all the debt. I must admit, I'm not making any money out of the place.
Right.
The thing is, you say make a payment, but it'd just be like, excuse my French, pissing in the ocean. You know what I mean? It's not going to make a great deal of difference.
Mr. Brace has run the business for 3 years. He claims he's fallen on hard times, but Vic wants to dig deeper.
But you did say earlier you stopped paying rent because you weren't happy with some of the things. So you didn't stop, but you told us you stopped rent because you can't afford to pay rent. You told us you stopped rent because there was problems with the building, etc., etc., etc. So
yeah, that's fine.
Are we gonna go around? Are we gonna go around in circles? Or are we gonna be honest with each other here? Because
I'm being honest. I stopped rent because
one story
one,
here.
I couldn't afford it, and two, situation and bits and pieces. So, but it's a combination of both. I'm being straight with you. I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I can't pay. Simple as that.
Mr. Brace has made his position clear, but the agents still need to try and settle that today, one way or another.
But I need to make you aware, we do remove, it goes up to £5,611. And if the goods don't get, this is worst case scenario, if the goods don't fetch the total amount outstanding, then there will be a statutory demand issue. Okay, so it is important that you try and get this resolved.
A statutory demand is a written warning from a creditor. It states that you pay your debt or come to another arrangement. They could start proceedings to make you bankrupt. The pressure is on. Mr. Brace must now raise the funds or risk losing his entire livelihood. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Sleaford, Lincolnshire, trying to recover a debt of nearly £5,000 for unpaid rent from a computer repair shop.
Are you able to make payments, sir?
At the moment, no, I'm not.
Owner Philip Brace said his business was failing.
I can't pay.
Simple as that.
Now the agent's only option is to seize goods to try and cover the debt.
We are instructed to remove goods, sir, unless payment can be made.
I can point out the bits that belong to customers and that belong to my son-in-law.
We need to see proof of that, sir.
Well, unfortunately...
Well, if you can't show us proof today, everything will get removed and stored for 7 days. If you can't produce proof of after 7 days, it will get sold at public auction.
That lot up there, as well, is mine.
Yeah.
A lot of these need repairing.
There's plenty of IT equipment in the shop. But there's a problem. The value of the broken stock doesn't come close to covering the £5,000 debt.
You should get at least 50 quid for each.
No. I can tell you that now. No, you won't. I can tell you that now, and I'm not an auctioneer. Because whoever's going to buy that at auction does not know if that is working or not, so they pay scrap value, which is a fiver. When you walk into a business and you can see they are struggling to trade or to make a living, clearly that makes it more difficult for us to collect on that specific case because there's nothing of value to remove.
With nothing of value worth seizing in the shop, Stuart changes tactics. The writ is in Mr. Brace's name, so his personal goods are also liable.
We'd have to go to your home address as well and take control from goods there as well. Because obviously it's in your name personally.
What would be the minimum amount that I would have to pay now? Because no doubt you'll probably say it's the whole lot.
Well, we instructed to collect the balance, which is the whole lot, obviously.
That's fair enough, I understand that.
2,200 would be the minimum.
I can't physically pull £2,000 out of my back pocket to hand it over to you.
Yeah.
I've got a vehicle at home. Yes, it's under my name. You can have that as well.
What's the vehicle, sir?
It's a Skoda estate.
Hi, John. Can I give you HPI, mate?
I'll be honest with you, cam belt snap.
No problem. Cheers, John. See you later. Bye-bye.
The office tells Stuart the broken down Skoda is virtually worthless. The agents try once more to get Mr. Brace to come up with an offer of payment.
Is there anyone that can help you raise funds? Make a payment?
I've been trying. At the end of the day, I'll just have to close my business down. It's as simple as that.
Which we don't really want to do.
Look, I could take you down to my bank and I can get you a balance of my account. And if there's 100 quid in there, I'll be surprised. That's how bad the business has been. I've been living on borrowed time.
The agents have run out of options. So Stuart throws Mr. Brace a lifeline.
What we'll do is, so we'll give you 24 hours to see what you can do.
To be honest with you, there's no way I can raise it.
And like I said, if at all, like I said, we take control of goods from the property and here it doesn't clear the balance, then there'll be a statute of demand issue, which is more or less end of the line. Bankruptcy is such a crippling situation for any individual. Your bank accounts are frozen, your credit cards are stopped, you'll lose any valuable asset. It's made publicly aware that you are now bankrupt. Your whole life comes to a stop.
Even if I went and stood on the street corners and sit on my backside, I couldn't get £2,000.
No. I don't think most people would. It'll be a good night for us.
I'd have to pay them rather than pay me.
Alright, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I started 3 years ago and everything seemed to be alright. Then 2 more shops have opened up in town, which, yeah, it has affected my business. And unfortunately, the economy has screwed me over. I've got into debt. It's my problem. It's not them. So at the end of the day, I've got to either go and pay to become bankrupt and just shut my business down and go and get a proper job.
Mr. Brace has 24 hours to come up with more than £2,000. If he doesn't pay, the agents will be back.
I think he's given up. He's given up on himself.
He's just plodding along day to day, isn't he? He said he is waiting for us, and I think he genuinely was.
Next time, Stuart and Vic get the runaround at a second-hand car dealer's.
This is stolen.
No, my hand could have been under that wheel.
And the agents meet a woman who won't face up to the truth.
I'm saying to you that is not my vehicle, so why are you removing it?
I reckon that's her.
While Del and Dale try to track down a debt dodger.
There he is. Look down. He's clued up. He's not